I followed all the rules. I think people need to demand answers. I think people need to know why conservatives are being censored from the Conservative Political Action Committee. What are they so afraid of? What have I done here today? I think they owe me an answer. I paid thousands of dollars to be here with my crew, okay? So they owe me an answer, and I think they owe all of you guys an answer. This is censorship. They're having forums on censorship, and they're censoring at their own Political Action Committee. It's very scary. It's very scary.
So to speculate, why are they censoring conservatives like you?
Well, they don't like InfoWars, and so for whatever reason, they don't want us to be here. And I think that it's obvious the average conservative or attendee here at CPAC doesn't want InfoWars kicked out. So you have to ask the question, who does? Who does not want InfoWars to be here, and why? And I think that you can take a guess.
Did they just come up to you in the middle of the lobby?
Yes, in the middle of Media Row, right over there.
Do you mind if I go ask?
We have it all on film. Yes, yes.
See if
CPAC said they would be sending someone over here to answer why I was kicked out, but we haven't gotten anything yet. Hey, shut this down and start a new one up. So I'll answer any other questions if anybody wants to know. Otherwise, I'm just waiting for a reason from CPAC here, which I might be here all day.
Alex Jones was here yesterday. Did he get kicked out? Did he have any issues yesterday?
No, he was not kicked out. There were no issues. It was obviously very popular when he was here. He was mobbed a lot like this, and it was totally peaceful. It was totally great, and he was not kicked out. Thank you, Patrick. But yeah, for whatever reason, they decided to kick me out today, and I'm still waiting for an answer from CPAC. Yep.
Has Alex ever been here before and had a booth here in the previous years?
I don't believe so. I don't want to say that for sure. I have never been here, I've never had a booth. I was told I wasn't allowed to be at booths by CPAC. That was about an hour ago. I followed that rule. So, you know.
Did you ask them then why they were telling you you're not allowed to have a booth and then restricted you in other ways?
Yeah, the excuse was you're not allowed to have two companies at one booth. That was the excuse. And again, I didn't come here to ruffle feathers. I didn't come here to pick a fight with CPAC. I didn't want to do any of this. I just wanted to do my job and talk to people like I'm doing right now. They forced me to do this. So, like I said, I was following all the rules. I didn't even care that they told me I couldn't live stream. I didn't even care that they kicked me out of booths that people paid for, by the way. They paid thousands of dollars to have those booths, and now they're being told who can and can't be at it.
You were in a booth somebody else paid for.
So let me refresh, since I think you just got here. So
yes, I did.
In the last hour, I was first told I'm not allowed to be at a booth, which someone else paid thousands of dollars for and invited me to be at. I was then told I cannot live stream anywhere. I was then told I cannot film anywhere except on Radio Row. I followed all those rules without a fuss. So I came over here, I had two booths invite me to be on their radio shows that I was planning to do today. I was interviewing a couple people, and then all of a sudden I got kicked out by CPAC. They did not give me a reason. They said they would send a representative over here to give me a reason. I've still not gotten that reason.
I'm working at it right now.
All right.
She's calling one of the reps. Hopefully we can work something reasonable.
So, taking any other questions? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. No, they've kicked me out of the event. I'm no longer allowed to be at CPAC 2020. Any other questions?
Is there any reputation that InfoWars would have that would lead to you being kicked out? Is there anything that you could have said?
I would say it's similar to what they've done to Trump in the media. You know how they like to call Trump a racist and all this stuff that's not true? They do the same thing about InfoWars. I think what they're really afraid of is the fact that we will report things that they won't, and we will hear all voices that they won't. And I think that that's why they're kicking us out here, is because we are truly believers in free speech. We truly believe in the First Amendment. And I think, as you can see here at CPAC, they don't have that same core concept.
Even though they're holding, if they're holding events surrounded around free speech?
The irony is pretty rich, isn't it? The irony is pretty rich. And here we are trying to beat big tech censorship, and I'm getting censored at CPAC. It's pretty sad.
Now, obviously it's caused a big fuss here, and you would think that would happen. So why do you think CPAC would kick you out knowing that, this could happen?
Well, I think it's sad. It's a great question, and it's sad because they've obviously done the measurements. These are not dumb people. They're smart people. So they've done the measurements and decided whatever scene Shroyer is going to cause, whatever media gaggle is going to happen because we kick him out, we're willing to take that risk. That's how much we don't want Shroyer's voice here. So they measured it, and they decided we'd rather have Shroyer gone, forget what the media gaggle might be, forget what the repercussions might be. It's more important for us to make sure he's not here today.
Hey.
You were interviewing people earlier today. What were you asking?
I was interviewing members of Congress, ironically enough, asking them what I think they need, or what they think needs to be done about social media censorship. That was the big topic today. I was interviewing John Schweppe, who is part of one of the forums today as well, asking him what he thinks need to be done. So as I'm interviewing people about social media censorship, I'm literally getting kicked out of CPAC. Yeah.
Huge honor to meet you. I've never seen you before.
Thank you, man.
Huge fan of
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Did you question them after they told you to stop live streaming? Because they kicked you out of the booth. But then what did you say when they told you, hey, you need to stop live streaming, you need to go, and you said, okay, I'm going to go up to where the media is?
Yeah, so like I said, I didn't want to cause any problems here today. I didn't want to cause, a kerfuffle. I wanted to be mild-mannered and play my role, and that's fine. I understand that they just, And so I didn't question that. I played by the rules. I didn't question it when they told me I couldn't live stream. I didn't question it when they said I couldn't be in a booth. I didn't question anything. I played along. I was totally polite, and I gave them no pushback. And they just out of the event and are still yet, it's about 15 minutes later, still yet to give me a reason.
If they do give you a reason, what do you think it would be? What would they come up with?
I don't think they will. I think if they do, they'll try to say like, oh, you were breaking too many rules or something, but I don't think they will give me a reason. I don't expect the representative to come over here and talk to me. I think they just want me shut up. They want me kicked out, and they want Conservative Inc. to dominate this, and they don't want the grassroots conservatives and Trump supporters to be involved because they want to control the narrative. Just like the left wants to control the narrative, we're seeing today that the powerful people in Conservative Inc. want to do the same thing, and it's sad. It's really sad.
Did you get a press pass as well, though, in the beginning when you first came initially?
No, InfoWars was denied media credentials and denied a booth. They straight up denied us either, so we had to pay for an attendee badge, which is fine. I get it. You don't want to have InfoWars at your political action committee. Fine. But I paid to be an attendee, and they're still kicking me out.
Wow. When did they deny you? Because I'm sure you guys applied online. Is that correct?
Months ago. We applied months ago. Yeah, months.
And they never gave you a reason why they weren't going to give you a media.
Actually, they said they were out. Yeah. Yeah, they said they had no room for us, but let's just say we were proven that's a total lie. Yep.
So why wouldn't they like InfoWars? I mean, you've heard terms from Republicans like fake news CNN. Why would they let CNN here if they don't like them? But you sounds like InfoWars is slightly conservative. So why would they not let you in if you're extremely conservative?
They obviously value CNN more than InfoWars. They obviously value the CNN audience more than InfoWars. And so I think that just goes to show that whoever runs this and the big people on top would rather ingratiate themselves to CNN and right-wing watch and the people that want to see everything we stand for destroyed than the people that are actually standing for it on the ground level.
Now, what were you doing when they came up to you, and what did they say to you, and how did you respond?
I had just finished an interview with John Schweppe, who was on one of the forums here discussing internet censorship against conservatives. Again, totally mild-mannered. I was standing over in Media Row where people are filming and asking questions nonstop. For whatever reason, they picked me out of the bunch. Now, you notice no one here is being asked to leave. They should. It's the First Amendment right. This is a big story, but notice how no one's asking them to leave. So why is it InfoWars? Why am I such a bad guy? I mean, what is it that I did? They still haven't given me an excuse. We've got CPAC security and representatives standing right over there. They're never going to give me an excuse. These people hate InfoWars for whatever reason, and that's why they're kicking me out. So they can sit here and claim that they stand for free speech, but as long as they're censoring conservatives, I don't know if we can believe them.
Why are they more against you than left? Kicked out. Can you explain to us, spill the beans? Who's behind Shadow Inc?
Behind who?
Shadow Inc.
Oh, Shadow Inc. The ones that rigged the Democrat... Well, the Hillary Clinton operatives, and this is basically what the Democrats are probably going to do in Nevada. But that's kind of a separate issue, Shadow Inc., how they're rigging the Democrat primary. So I just want to stick to issues of me being kicked out today.
I've been working on it. I got a guy saying they think they got it handled, but I'm still begging them to come out. And
we'll see. Did someone over here have a question? Did anyone else have a question? Yeah, that's right. So we get banned from here. We're banned on YouTube and Facebook and everything. So you can find our reports at ban.video. So again, we're the most banned news network in the world, folks. Ban.video. That's where you can find our stuff.
Banned or banned?
Banned, like banned. We've been banned.
Okay.
BANNED
Oh, ED. Okay.
dot video.
Yeah, I'll
Yes,
check
ma'am.
it out.
Yes, ma'am.
So CNN's here. I'm so shocked.
Yeah,
I mean,
CNN's
if they
here,
had
but
that
InfoWars
filthy
ain't allowed.
propaganda would be
Is
welcome.
Alex
It's
with
unbelievable.
you,
You
or
guys
did
are
he head
not.
back to Texas?
No, Alex is no longer in town, and he'll probably be mad at me because of this press conference right here that we just started. But I told him I was on my best behavior. I promised him I wouldn't get kicked out. I did nothing to warrant getting kicked out. I was just talking to people like everyone else, and so this is unfortunately what's had to happen.
If nobody comes,
Do you expect a refund?
No comment. Probably not. No. If they honestly, my approach is if they don't want me here, I don't want to be here. That's fine. I don't want to be here. Huh?
You have to get your money back, right?
They should. They should refund me my money. I doubt they will, but yeah, they should. All right. Any other questions before I try to get this video out so people know what's happening?
We love you and Alex Jones.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys. If I get any answers, thank you. If I get any answers, we'll upload that to ban.video and Infowars.com. But there you go, folks. I just got banned from CPAC. I broke no rules, so now we just have to ask why.